Hey guys! So today we're going to be playing with the Makeup Revolution palette. This is the Reloaded Division. So this is supposed to be a dupe for the ABH Subculture palette. So I don't have that, so I can't compare as far as that goes. I just know that the color scheme is pretty much the same, and it is a $7 palette compared to the obviously super expensive or average price of a Anastasia or whatever palette. So kind of excited. I picked it, well, I was curious because it's a $7 palette and I was like, that's awesome. And then so I wanted to like test it out, and I really like the color scheme because they have a whole bunch of palettes. Apparently quite a few of them are dupes for more expensive palettes. Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge and a mixed the Wet n Wild foundations. I've been mixing Buff Bisque and Soft Ivory. So I don't have like a perfect match. I do feel like my skin is a little bit different over the summer. Like I get slightly warmer. I also feel like the yellow tones in the warmer foundations help disguise all my redness, which there's a pretty substantial amount of, honestly. Okay, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Age Rewind in Ivory. And I'm going to use that to cover up my under eye area and to also sort of highlight my like random spots. Not completely random, but I'm going to use this as a highlight on my skin. So forehead, under eye, down my nose, chin. The usual places. And I always blend in under my eye with my fingers just because I feel like that is, I get the best like blended look that way. Okay, and then I'm going to set that with the NYC loose face powder in translucent. I've been using like the flat part of this sponge. I do like that as like a bit of a different shape for the sponge. So I like this one, and then I have the original Beauty Blender, and those are the sponges that I tend to use. Although I did like break, like I kind of ruined this one. I don't know what well, I didn't ruin it because it's a sponge, so I'm still using it, but I don't know what I did. I was like trying to clean it. If you have a really good way to clean makeup sponges, you should let me know, because I tried a couple different ones with like dish soap and olive oil, and I mean, they worked, but like I broke it sort of. And I feel like the one, maybe it's this one, still feels like it's got some of the oil in it, and it feels like heavy. So I don't know if I like did it wrong. I probably did, but you should tell me what you do if you have found something that you really like as far as cleaning a makeup sponge. So today I'm using the Brow Artist Brush by Younique, but I'm still using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow in Taupe. Oh my gosh. Let's go in with the Butter Bronzer in Deep, and I'm going in with the Younique blusher brush, and just do my hairline, across the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my jawline. Alright, so let's play with the palette. We're going to start in the with the Urban Decay. This is the Naked 2 palette. This is the brush that comes with it. So I'm going to start out in the fluffy one, and I'm going to go in on the crease. So there aren't any names for these colors, but I'm going to start off with this like gray color. It's like a really good transition crease color for me. I have to be honest, it's a little tricky when there aren't names for the colors. Like, it took me a moment to be like, this one. I kind of forgot. I'm so used to, typically the colors are always named. I feel like I really want to try this one. It's like an orange, a very orangey orange. So I think I just want to put that a little more precisely in the crease. So not blending this up as high, just putting this right into the crease. Go into this really like pearlescent shade. It almost looks duochrome, like it has a bit of pink to it. So I'm going to go in with the flat portion of the Urban Decay brush. Oh yeah, it's definitely got like pink to it. And I'm going to put that on the, okay, it's not really doing much with this brush. Let's see if it'll do any better with my finger, because it is really pretty. Slightly. Okay, so next plan, we're going to go into setting spray. So this is the Milani Make It Last. So I'm going to spray the brush, and then I'm going to dip into the color, and then I'm going to try to pack it on. Okay, so like the iridescent aspect of it is definitely showing now. Like it looks pinkish. So I'm going to use a crease brush and go into the outer corner, and I'm going to go into this brown underneath the gray. And I'm going to put this just on the outer corner and then blending it up. And then putting it a little bit into the crease. For the lower lash line, we're going to go in on that brown again that we were just using in the crease, and we're going to put that on the outer portion and then connect them. Okay, and then I'll go in with a fluffier brush to just sort of blend that out and soften it, because it is a bit of a dark color. Okay, and then I do want to go in with that shimmery, like, moss green shade. So that is actually the shade that I heard is not so good as far as color payoff. So I'm actually really curious. So I'm going to go in. I have a Real Techniques brow brush, which is kind of thick, but I want to give this a shot. So we'll try just on its own. Yeah, I'm not getting too much. All right, so let's try the setting powder again. So it looks like the shimmery shades so far, the two, are a little bit more tricky to work with. But if you use setting powder, they seem to be, you know, or setting spray, sorry, they seem to be, you know, all right. They just are both, the two that I tried, the 2 out of the 3, are quite light. Okay, and I'm going to put this in the upper portion as well, so this will be our inner corner highlight. Just kind of blend it in with that pink shade. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild On Edge Long Wearing in Wouldn't You Know, so it's a dark brown. So just lining my upper lash line, nothing fancy, just sort of thickening it up there. So curl lashes and mascara. All right, and then for my lips, I'm gonna go in. I've been doing a lot of like nude and neutral, like natural lip colors, and I've really been liking that. So we're gonna go in with the e.l.f. I don't know, it just says e.l.f. and then it says natural. So it's just one of like the push-up sort of pencils. It's definitely very fair, like very light. So I might add a lip liner with a little bit more color on this, just because it's really fair. Let's do some Urban Decay Naked lip liner. Okay, that is a good combo. Alright guys, so that is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this, and definitely give me your thoughts if you've used any of the Makeup Revolution palettes, if you have this one. How do you feel about them? I really think it's pretty cool, and I feel like it's really versatile, and I'm going to use a lot of those colors. So thank you guys so much for watching.